Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a good hump day. It's hump day, Jack. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Hump day is always one of my favorites because, well, it's hump day.
It's got humping in it.
Yes, and I advise people, Jack, to go out there and hump if they can. Hump if they can find a willing participant to hump with them. So go hump, guys. It'll make you feel better. I got a lot to talk about tonight, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
First, we're going to talk about how the YouTubes actually hates YouTubers.
We've known that for a while, though.
Oh, but what was said today, Jack, or yesterday, whenever this was said, oh my.
Yeah, that I hadn't heard about this until you told me, but this is...
Oh, it's
wow.
Juicy. Then we have some Mayor de Blasio has made an ass of himself. Oops.
Yeah.
And then finally, I hope Mr. Neal Mohan, I think is how you say his name, out there in YouTube land is listening for at least the other part that I have planned already, Jack. We have some news out of the Free Beacon.
Oh, yeah?
You remember? Well, we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to that in a little. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Oh, boy. Surprises.
So we're gonna jump in here with Mr. Neal. Is that right? Mohan? Yeah, Mohan. He's the head of YouTube product development. Is it product development? No, chief product officer. That's what it is. Chief product officer. And he was on a Zoom interview. Oh, crap. Hang on. All right. Sorry, my mic went funky there.
I just thought you were going to do a Barry White impersonation.
No, man. It was my mic. And when I caught it, I have to unplug it, and that kicks me out for a second. So anyhow, what I was saying, Mr. Neal Mohan, the chief of product, whatever, he went on to a Zoom podcast or interview thingy to talk about some stuffs. And during this, they discussed whether or not YouTube is doing enough, or how YouTube is deciding to make sure that there's no fake news coming out on YouTube, you guys, about the coronavirus. Which nobody wants fake news coming out about this. It's a deadly disease. We want to make sure people are prepared and know how to take care of themselves, right, Jack?
That's right.
So who do they point to as authoritative sources?
HuffPo?
Well, I don't know if they consider HuffPo one of them anymore. BuzzFeed used to be one of their trusted sources. I do know CNN is one of their trusted sources.
Well, of course. I mean, CNN. I mean, it's not like they've ever got caught staging news events or anything.
CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, the usual suspects.
Yeah.
The media, the mainstream media that lies constantly. The mainstream media that just last night on yesterday's show, we read a tweet from a CNN personality telling us how Donald Trump had told people to drink bleach.
Yeah.
Which he never did. Let me bring that tweet back up. Hang on a second. Because I don't want to misquote him, Jack. I don't want to misquote him. This is Don Avlon. He is senior political analyst and fill-in anchor for CNN's At Newsday. President Trump says he takes no responsibility for a spike in people improperly using disinfectants after he suggested ingesting disinfectant as a cure for coronavirus. He never did that, ever. This man is a trusted news source. Go ahead.
Those are pesky hate facts. They were not approved by NGSOC, and we should just ignore them.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to me that it's so easy to find these things. Now, let's talk about what Mr. Mohan said that really pissed me off. Because you know what? It's not even that. It's not even the facts that they're talking about here. He's not even talking about the facts, Jack. Here's what he says. This is the reason why I feel really strongly that when users are looking for this information, making sure that we're raising up authoritative voices is important, because the way that the questions around masks would be covered by a credible source of authoritative voice / channel is that there would be context. There would be explanations behind why a particular mask decision is made or not. And so the user, the viewer of that content on our platform can make an informed decision for him or herself. Real quick, Eric, thank you so much. Who says, morning ranting monkey, fuck this rain. I hate driving in the UP. Also, fuck the mainstream media. I've been enjoying the rain tonight. There's a nice, just steady rain going out here, and it's not cold out, not real cold. So it's nice. I like rain. I'm a fan.
I have a love-hate relationship with rain, but I have been to the UP and it kind of sucks. So
I don't think I've ever actually been to the UP. I've never been to Wisconsin. And I mean that in any way, like driving up and around or going over. I could never go over the bridge. My fear of heights would probably kill me halfway through.
Yeah, that's a pretty sketchy drive.
So the only other way to get up there is, honestly, guys, I'm not making a joke here, is to go through Wisconsin. Yeah, never been there. But anyway, so this is what this guy's, if you missed his little dig there, is that the authoritative voices, they can give you context about why you'd need a mask, which isn't that hard. We've discussed this on this show. Jack, you know the two kinds of masks, basically, right? Your mask and your respirator.
Yeah.
They're there for two different reasons. The mask, the basic surgical kind of mask, is there to keep you from infecting other people. That's what it's there for. It keeps your breath and shit really close to your face. The other kind is to keep the M95 or greater value is there to keep you from ingesting that stuff, breathing it in.
Yep.
Those are your two kinds of masks. Why they would do it, it depends on the crowd size. It depends on where you are. I don't know what deep context you need there for the mask thing.
Well, they even told us that the masks aren't helpful, but the surgical people need them more, or doctors and nurses need them more. Well, if they don't work, then why do they need them? Remember the Surgeon General tweeting that?
Yeah.
So they've gone back and forth on this shit. People are so confused. And then you see people in leadership wearing the masks wrong, like Chuck Schumer having it under his nose.
Yes.
So
my favorite, did you see Ben Affleck with his pulled up so he can smoke a cigarette?
Yeah. I've seen people cut out holes so they can smoke through it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, you've spread so much confusing information that authoritative source is a pretty nebulous term at this point.
Well, I agree with you. However, I think there's things that are more right than others. For instance, what I was just talking about with what they've been saying about Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking major news outlet out there has been lying about what Donald Trump said.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have not been pulled from YouTube for it. They have not been reprimanded by them for it. They're still authoritative voices. You know what show didn't get that wrong, Jack? This one.
Well, we're an entertainment show, so we're more informative than CNN sometimes. How sad is that?
Yeah, Mr. Mohan goes on. As opposed to, it's somebody espousing their opinions about a mask, in the basement. In their basement. This is coming from an authoritative channel, a news source, a medical professional, and if that's the case, we think there's going to be some context that's provided around the question of masks. And even if the guidance changes, it'll be reflected in sort of how an authoritative voice or channel talks about it. Thank you, Roto, who says, maybe you can help me understand why in the fuck are people blaming Bill Gates for this super flu crap? I don't know. I know Gates was trying to help get a antivirus made, and a lot of people jumped on him for it. I honestly don't know.
A lot of it's conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah.
And first of all, I'm not a loser in my basement. I am in my kitchen.
Look, I'm in my basement. You know who else has been in their basement for quite a while?
Assassin told me Fredo Cuomo.
Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you, Assassin.
Was that in chat there?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You said it right before you set that up. That was great timing.
This motherfucker's been in his basement for, he was down there for a month, right?
Yeah.
Gamer Valine, thank you. Monk, there are 3 types of surgical masks. ASTM standard dictate this, and Gates is part of a conspiracy. They claim he brought the virus here. Fair enough. I'm not familiar with the 3rd type of mask. In this, with what we've been talking about with Corona, those are the 2 that have been talked about. What is the other, like the gas mask kind?
Probably.
The ones with the actual things you spin on and put the little pads in there.
Yeah, I've got one of those right here, actually.
Yeah, like an actual gas mask.
This one's a performance respirator, multi-purpose.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. The N95 and above is considered a respirator.
Yeah,
the other ones are just a mask.
There's different types of those. The one I've got is like a plastic piece that has little capsules that screw on the sides.
Oh, yeah.
And that's still like I think the cartridges I have are N95. Oh, no, the P100s. Oh.
Good morning, Stargazer Nuts. I hope you're well. I got annoyed when I read this, Jack. I got very annoyed, highly annoyed. We've talked about this over the last couple of days where we're like, look, the news keeps getting it fucking wrong over and over and over. And look, man, even though they get it wrong sometimes, when they change it, it's more authoritative than when somebody who's not them does it.
Well, it's hard not to be authoritative when you were wrong the first time.
This is YouTube, you guys. This is YouTube insulting YouTubers. Going, look, this YouTuber in his basement, he's not smart enough to come up with any kind of context. He's not smart enough to tell you anything with, say, historical context, Jack. He's not smart enough to look at the numbers from the 1918 Spanish flu. He's not smart enough to look at the 2015 numbers from the actual flu. Was that the N1H1 in 15?
Yeah, I think so.
They could never talk about this stuff with any kind of smarts. Only,
yeah, I mean, God forbid you do your own research.
Look, if you want to say Monkey doesn't go out there and get the story himself, you're right. I don't. I am for all the jokes I make about being a journalist, again, by CNN standards, I am absolutely a fucking journalist. By their standards, I'm a journalist. You're a journalist, Jack. We look at the news and we talk about it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Chaos. Hopefully you guys will keep me awake on my drive home. LOL, working 2 jobs right now. Yay! I hope we can keep you awake. Drive safe. So. Roll the window down. Turn the radio up.
And if you start to feel tired, pinch your inner thigh. It's the most sensitive part of your body, and it hurts like fuck.
By their standards, you don't lie enough to be a journalist. Fair enough. Look, people will get stories wrong. That's true. And I understand if they want to try to keep conspiracy theories beaten down. I think it's stupid because let people talk. But to argue we can't even put things in context, Jack. Are you out of your fucking mind? Listen to this show. Pick any episode and then go listen to CNN's reporting on things and see how often they get them right. Go read about CNN settling a lawsuit with a gentleman named Nick Sandman. It's actually Sandman. How do you say it? Sandman?
Sandman sounds cooler.
It's Sandmann. There you go. CNN, I can even, YouTube, I can even spell it. Lysol, thank you. Screw CNN. Fuck them. No, I'm using them as an example because Susan Wojcicki was just on Reliable Sources with Brian Stelter. That was the last show I know she was on. And she was on there talking about how they're going to punish people if they say anything that isn't in line with the WHO rules. Whatever the WHO says, that's what you have to repeat. Doesn't matter how many times the WHO's got things wrong. Man, they make mistakes, guys. And it's okay to give people bad information that is. It was January 13th or 14th. I forget which. I want to say it was the 14th when the WHO was still saying that this disease was not able to be passed from person to person. This is at a time China's already locked down Wuhan because it's spreading so fast there. And the WHO is telling people, don't worry about it. You can't pass it between people. We were talking at the time, and never once on this show were we like, oh yeah, you can't transmit it. You know why? Because we're not fucking stupid. The WHO gets things wrong. The WHO won't even recognize Taiwan as a country. And because of that, absolutely ignored a letter from Taiwan that we've all seen, if you've gone out and looked for it, guys, that we've all seen, where they were warning that this disease was out there and what it was doing. That yes, this is absolutely something that passes from person to person. And the WHO instead was listening to China. Thank you, Terry Diamantes, who says, WHO isn't perfect, but they did let the dogs out.
They did.
Go sit in the corner. Gamer Valine, thank you. No one in the news has asked engineers about the masks, medical versus engineering of filters. Engineering factors, the microns, what is that, 1,025th? It is the size. Fifths, 1,025ths of a peon. I don't know what that's the exact thing is. But really small, you guys, really small. Like, I was going to make a joke that was going to be in trouble there, Jack, about the penis size of a certain population, but I'm not going to do that. Anyhow. So YouTube doesn't think we can give context to anything, Jack.
Of course they don't. Everybody that isn't approved is dumb, and they have to do that for money reasons, apparently.
And I was going to do this one after the de Blasio one, but no, it needs to come now because it makes my point. I got to find the article. Sorry, I was going to, like I said, I was going to do the de Blasio one, but no, it's time to do this one. Where the hell is it? This one. Several people sent it in to us on Lords of the Night. You ready? This is the Washington Free Beacon. Police investigating death of Arizona man from chloroquine phosphate. Jack, can you guess which man died of chloroquine phosphate?
Is it the guy that ate the fish tank cleaner?
Yeah. Mesa City Police Department opens homicide investigation into the death of Gary Lenius, whose wife Wanda said she served him a deadly cocktail to ward off coronavirus. You know what nobody in the press even suggested? Nobody in the press even suggested. They didn't give any context, Mr. Mohan. There was not a single fucking major news outlet that said, did she maybe kill him on purpose? You know who did, Jack?
We did.
We did. I hate to be here beating our own drum, but when this motherfucker comes up, they can't provide any context. All we did is look at what happened and went, there's something funny here. Now,
not haha funny either.
Right. This doesn't mean she's absolutely guilty. But it is very curious everything that happened in this case. And that Tom Leach says Crowder did. Yes, Crowder did it like 4 days after we did. Do your show more often, Crowder. Stop being a lazy bitch.
Wow.
Well, at the time, he wasn't doing his daily ones, I don't believe. But anyway, yeah, stop being lazy, Steven. Stop being lazy. That's why we beat you to the punch all the time, because you do a show like every couple of days. He's doing his full month where he's doing like 2 shows a day now. Like, oh, that must be so taxing. He's done little videos like it's exhausting. I'm sure it is.
Real
Sit
quick.
down.
Thank you, Cult of Krill, for the donation. Attempt number 2 at Dono. Thank you. It did go through that time. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Don't forget, we are brought to you by you, Mr. Neal Mohan. If you're out there, you can donate after the show to make an apology for being such a dick to your employees, your even contract employees, sir, for getting it so wrong and not naming us an authoritative source, you pain in the ass. But guys, please hit the like button, please share, and if you would, toss some money at my man Jack here. He's a good guy. Are you surprised by this, Jack?
No, we totally called this.
The Mesa City Police Department's Homicide Division is investigating the death of Gary Lenius. I don't know how you say it. Lenius. Lenius, I'm guessing. The Arizona man whose wife served him a soda mixed with fish tank cleaner in what she claimed was a bid to fend off the coronavirus. A detective handling the case confirmed the investigation to the Washington Free Beacon on Tuesday after requesting a record of the Free Beacon's interviews with his wife. Even the Free Beacon didn't put 2 and 2 together until the police called them and went, "Can we have that information?"
1 + 1. 1 + 1. Yeah. Someone pointed out in chat a second ago. I think it was Duck Dog said, Sanu and Ghastly and Drunkle pointed that out too. So we're all ahead of Crowder.
And again, you know what? They could have beat us to the punch too, but they're lazy. They only do 3 streams a week together like that. Suck it. Stop being lazy, bitches. I love all 3 of those guys, but stop being lazy. Anyway.
You're not my mom.
You're not my real mom.
We're just basement dwellers, man. What do we know? This
is what you get for having a life, damn it.
Yeah. Having families and whatnot. Show offs.
This is an active investigation. I cannot go into details at this time regarding the case. Van Gelder, Galder, Galber, so Galder probably, said he's the detective. The Free Beacon provided a record of its interview last month with Wanda Lenius. News of the police probe comes after a series of Free Beacon stories raised questions about the portrayal of the couple in the initial NBC News report. NBC News, you know what they are, Jack? They are an authoritative source.
Are they?
To YouTube. Swear to God, this stream, I am tagging Mr. Mohan in.
Oh, and that's not going to backfire horribly.
It probably will. You know what? But this is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. We get stuff right all the time, and it is 99% of the time, Jack. It's our analysis. It is our context that we add to it that makes the story eventually go, wow, Monkey and Jack were right. And again, I don't want to take full credit for that. I'm not just saying me. You guys pointed out Crowder and the AAA guys. Yeah, you know why? Because they're not stupid people. They can put 2 and 2 together and go, And that's the YouTubers doing it. Not, oh, hey, Squish, how you doing, sweetheart? It's the YouTubers doing it, not your authoritative sources who couldn't actually figure anything out if it was explained to them. They have their heads so far up their asses that they've almost disappeared up there. But they're the ones CNN or that YouTube is out there promoting. Not us. Not us. Not the YouTubers themselves. No. We're just basement dwelling jackasses who don't know what the fuck we're talking about and can't make connections of simple things.
Well, we're just little babes lost in the woods. Oh, no.
We don't get it right because we're exceptionally smart.
Well, I am.
I was on a good rant, you son of a bitch.
I know.
We don't get it right. We don't get it right because we're exceptionally smart. We get it right because we pay attention. We get it right because we pay attention to what's actually going on. And whatever agenda I may have will be put aside if I see something that's like, ooh, that's not right. You know, any political leanings I may have go out the window. It's like, no, I don't think that's correct. Meanwhile, you have people like CNN who are quite obviously biased. Just yesterday, Mr. Authoritative Context Bullshit Mohan, CNN anchor, blatantly lying about what the president said. How many clips on CNN on YouTube right now are there of their anchors repeating that Donald Trump told people to do this? Or MSNBC or NBC, CBS, ABC, the New York Times, the Washington Post. They have channels. How many of them have they told this goddamn lie about Corona? One that can actually get people killed.
Well, they lie a lot. It's amazing how many times we've seen them do stuff like this that is taken out of context, disingenuous, and straight up lies. So it's no wonder that nobody trusts the media anymore, but it's shocking how much they will dismiss people that are actually analyzing the news correctly just because of politics.
Yeah, and it's sad.
It's lazy.
I've told you guys this before. You won't listen to me. Mr. Mohan. Sorry. I have to open my window a little bit more. Mr. Mohan, those are your competitors. Those people you're sucking up to, the ones who get it wrong all the time, those are your competitors.
Yeah, they will go scorched earth on you as soon as it suits their needs.
They have.
Yeah, but they'll continue to do it. Look at how much damage they've done to YouTube specifically and Google in general by trying to frame PewDiePie as a racist and all these other things, causing adpocalypse, stuff like that. They are trying to damage Google and YouTube. They're not your friends.
Gamer Valine, thank you. I'm not wrong. I've worked on purified gas systems for 10 years. Don't lump me with you. How dare you? I don't even have a basement. I've heard that about white girls.
Show off. I've had a job. Blah blah blah.
One of those jobs.
What's it like being a grown up?
I know, right? See, this story annoyed me so much.
You know, if seriously, if YouTube would stop pandering to the failing cable channels that nobody trusts, and start promoting some of their people that are actual YouTubers that are working hard, they would make more money because they've got to be making good money off super chats and advertisements. And if they would keep that up and support those people, they would make a lot more money.
Oh yeah, but they're not going to do that because they've crawled in bed with they're mainstream now, Jack.
No, they're not. It's just so short-term thinking.
It is.
They could replace cable very, very easily if they would just try.
Yep. Stop sucking up to your competitors, YouTube.
Yeah. If they would do instead of making original content on their own, let the people on the YouTube make their own content and promote it, they would make way more money, I'm telling you. But they're letting, like RJ's right, they're letting politics get in the way of being profitable. And you can't put politics above anything else in business. You're not going to succeed that way. It will destroy you.
I don't care about the news and who breaks it. The idea that we can't come up with context is absolutely retarded. And Neal Mohan, you owe YouTubers an apology, you shitbag. And Susan, he deserves a reprimand as well.
Yeah, that dude should definitely apologize to YouTubers because if a lot of YouTubers leave, the big name ones, what do they really have left? Because there's not enough of this cable crap to keep them justified, as an existence. Because you could just go to like CNN's website and watch their videos. You don't have to go to YouTube to do it. That's foolish.
Gulf City Cult of Krill, thank you so much. Who says, I'm a cytometer engineer, and 9 times out of 10, I have no idea what Gamer Valine is saying. Y'all can work that out. But this is a good time to remind you, Nuts has been dropping our Streamlabs links, Jack.
Yes,
You know
it's
why?
very nice for her.
She's a sweetheart. Guys, there are multiple ways to give. But there's the super chats. There's the Streamlabs. There's buying Jack's books. Jack has books, you guys.
Monkey has a Teespring store and a Patreon. So if you want to support Monkey monthly, you can do that.
And again, Mr. Mohan, suck it, man. You're just an ass. Such an ass. I can't believe you would say that. I love that he went straight to the basement thing, man. I love that he went to the basement thing, especially when so many of these news people are in their basement these days. Like these basement dwellers, suck it. How dare you? Should we talk about de Blasio? Should we? Do you have anything else to say about that last topic?
No, I think it's reckless and foolish for him to have that opinion and express it like that. First of all, it's bad to badmouth your own company like that. YouTube is YouTubers are the lifeblood of YouTube. Just because you don't like what they say doesn't mean you should slap them like that. That's going to backfire on YouTube as other platforms come to the realization that there's an opportunity there. And yeah, they will lose money initially, but they might be able to make it work. And if they do, YouTube's in trouble. So I just think it's a logistically bad idea.
Mr. Dax says Jack's books are mostly erotic memoirs. I'm pretty sure that's not true.
Well, as I replied, I am an erotic man.
So
they're not erotic memoirs, but I might write one now because I have an inordinate amount of free time.
Yeah.
And by free time, I mean I really don't have free time.
Mayor de Blasio. I feel like this is one that needs to be on the screen, Jack. I want you guys to understand that I'm not making this up. And I didn't know this. Apparently, this happened about 6 hours ago. So just around 10 p.m. Eastern time. Mayor de Blasio made a tweet. And Jack brought it to my attention right before the show. And holy shit.
I'm shocked you didn't see this, but you must have not been on Twitter for the last several hours.
Twitter was screwing up, and so I didn't even have it on during the show. And then afterwards, I was playing games, so I didn't have it up. So, yeah. YouTube, I want to express this is not my opinion. This is Mayor Bill de Blasio of New York City who tweeted this. It's on the screen. You can verify it. Goddamn. My message to the Jewish community and all communities is this simple. The time for warnings has passed. I have instructed the NYPD to proceed immediately to summons or even arrest those who gather in large groups. This is about stopping this disease and saving lives, period. Yeah, you stupid Jews. Jack, he didn't stop there. He went on to say this. We have lost so many these last 2 months. Plus, I understand the instinct to gather to mourn. But large gatherings will only lead to more deaths, plus more families in mourning. We will not allow this. I have instructed the NYPD to have one standard for this whole city: zero tolerance. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, like Assassin just pointed out, he'll never go after the bad Hajis of peace.
I love that he went after the Jews, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right?
Why would you? Okay, I don't know if there was something that happened with a Jewish funeral. Is that what they call them? What's the memorial service for Jews called? Is it just a funeral?
I don't remember. I think there is a specific term, but I think funeral is pretty interchangeable. But yeah, they've had a couple of them, and he keeps dropping out like this, saying dumb shit.
But to immediately go after Jews, to the Jews, and everybody else. Frank, thank you. Why does the left keep sounding like National Socialists? It's probably the same reason they keep sounding like the Klan.
Yeah, birds of a feather.
Thank you for the donation.
On the Streamlabs, thank you, Terry Diamandis. As I said on Twitter, Bill deserves a gold star for his idea. Well, a yellow one at least. Thank you, Terry.
Nice. Mr. de Blasio, what the hell are you thinking?
Oh, yeah. Assassin points out he's a communist, and communists do hate Jews.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Something is going wrong with my Streamlabs. Great.
Mine was acting up the other day.
If anybody's donated over there, I apologize. It won't even load for me right now. The hell is this? Beautiful. Anyway, zero tolerance, Jack. Zero tolerance. So what happens? What happens if there's a gathering that won't break up?
They're going to arrest people.
You know, this is thank you, William Savage. SS confirmed, right? You know what they're going to do, Jack? They're going to round up these Jews who keep getting together, and they're going to number them.
Yeah. My first thought was if there's a big protest and they arrest everyone, they're going to put them all in one jail, and all they have to do is that when they get out for lunchtime or whatever, they all line up in front of the fence, and there's going to be an amazing photographic opportunity there.
Oh, my Streamlabs finally loaded, and apparently during Lords of the Night tonight. Remember, guys, I rarely have that on, so if you do donate, please try to get my attention so I can thank you. Shiogarath gave me a donation. He said, just so YouTube can't say I've never said it, women shouldn't vote. It's a weird thing to make sure that YouTube knows you've said, Shio. I appreciate the donation. We have a case here. If you're talking zero tolerance, and this is what you guys have to, this is why I've talked about this with any kind of law that's passed. And I never thought about it. You know who actually made me have this thought? It was Penn Jillette. Penn Jillette explaining why he became a libertarian. And he said he became a libertarian because he thought about it this way. When you pass a law, basically you are giving the police the right to kill someone over it. And that's true. That's absolutely true, because worst case scenario, everything goes sideways, somebody ends up dead. So when a law is passed, that's what can happen. And I don't know, has New York actually passed a law?
Oh, this is all done by fiat.
So you have this man who's like, okay, if you refuse, we're going to send the police in. Okay, then what happens? What if the crowd starts to turn? Can you put them down? Because that's what the police do. I told you he donated after he wrote in chat, but I said monkey, so it may have been hidden. Oh, I appreciate the attempt, Pete. And I do my best to try to pay attention to chat during Lords of the Night, but sometimes, yeah, I do miss stuff. That's why I said, please try. Not get my attention, you fucker. I'm not putting it on you. It's on me, but yeah, I'm going to have to just start making sure I have it up all the time. We're getting to a place. These little fuckers, man, they are enjoying their power right now.
Oh yeah, and they're getting away with it. Stargazer asked if if William Barr was doing anything. No, not yet. Nobody's doing anything about these power grabs. And there's enough people out there that don't like this already. If this goes on and like more random innocent people get locked up, you're going to push people into some pretty crazy decision making. So I think this is incredibly, incredibly dangerous and scary.
Yeah, the only thing we've seen of any real pushback besides the protest, which again, don't do anything, guys, was a lawsuit from the state senator down there in Illinois. And he won. Well, he's got an injunction right now. There's an injunction, and he struck it down, and it's going to have to go further up because the governor of Illinois is like, no, you can't tell me I can't lock everybody up. The lockdown has improved Monkey and his content. Wow. I've been locked down since I started YouTube, so.
Well, you're getting better with each passing pandemic.
Wow. Shit.
I just tweeted out a picture that'll get me in trouble.
Oh, no. What'd you did?
But I found a picture of a Nazi guarding some Jewish people and said, "Is this the mayor of New York City guarding rounding up the Jews?" Something like that.
Nice.
That'll get me in trouble.
We'll retweet that. Why actually start with the Jews, man?
Because they're the ones going out to the funerals. Everybody else is doing the social distancing thing and not having funerals, big gatherings at them. But the Jewish people, they're following their tradition and the rituals, so they're not going to do that.
All right, but how about just to the communities, to New York City? Why? My message to the Jews. Can you imagine if Donald Trump ever came out and started any sentence with "my message to the Jews"?
Right? Yeah, he did say other communities on there, but it seemed you don't focus on that part of the sentence when you're reading it. You're like, whoa, hold on now.
It was tacked on to the Jews and other communities. It was almost like he was saying it under his breath.
Yeah.
Or just
it was a foolish and reckless thing to do, and it makes him look really stupid, and it makes all these people look like fucking fascists.
One, de Blasio is really stupid, and two, these people are fascist. We've just come out of 4 fucking years of people chanting that Donald Trump's a fascist, and Donald Trump is the one going, "Yeah, I'm not going to use all the powers I have."
Yeah, he could be doing a lot more with the War Powers Acts, and he's not. He's not abusing any of it yet.
Even when he came out and made that stupid ass statement that he can do whatever he wants during what did he say, that his power was absolute or some stupid shit like that?
Something like that. But even then, he didn't try and force people to do anything. He brought in the War Powers Act thing to get production kicked up, which is fine. That's something that needed done. It's a little overstepping, some liberties most likely, but that's at least a law at his disposal. He hasn't done anything insanely illegal or anything like that. But you're seeing the governors do it.
When he brought that up and said that his power was absolute or total or whatever, he was actually saying, but I'm not using it. I could do this, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Where the governors are like, I can do whatever I want. They've turned into Cartman.
Yeah.
Whatever, I'll do what I want. Why has de Blasio changed his name 2 times? I don't know. Probably trying to get away from himself. He said it was absolute in that way, not total. Context matters.
Yeah.
I'm giving the worst case scenario here on purpose. Because even if you take the absolute worst reading of that, he still didn't do anything with it. Even if he actually thought, look, I could do whatever I want because of this, I could change the whole country right now. He didn't do fuck all with it. Thank you, Gamer Valine. Cool, got Cult of Krill and I speaking the same language. I'll invite him for karate in the garage later. Good. I'm glad we made an engineer connection. That's what we do here. We bring people together, Jack. My message to the Jews, for fuck's sake. We're going to lock you up if you get together, Jews.
Yeah. Somebody asked earlier. Oh, sorry.
Y'all better start hiding out in the attic so he doesn't find you.
Yeah. Quarantine like Anne Frank or something.
Yeah.
Somebody asked earlier if this was against the Constitution. Yeah, it almost certainly is.
Well, I talked about this before, Jack, on a show maybe a week or 2 ago. I was bitching about my governor. And anytime you talk about this stuff, it's like, well, in the past, they did this. In the past, they locked people down. All right. In the past, we had slavery.
Yeah, lots of things are done in the past. It doesn't make them a good idea.
Our government has not always been perfect. It's not perfect now. But they haven't always followed the Constitution. And yes, they've gotten away with it a lot. And I'm hoping as we form a more perfect union that we get away from that stuff. They should not have this kind of power. It's fucking ridiculous. Thank you, Cult of Krill, who says Gamer V and I are in different fields, but we could learn something from each other. There is nobody in this audience I could not learn something from.
I just have a feeling those two are going to team up and build a robot and fight in like battle bots or something.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'd watch that.
If you guys do that, I'll make a Ranting Monkey sticker. You got to put it on the battle bot. Just somewhere. It doesn't have to be named Ranting Monkey or anything like that. I need a Ranting Monkey sticker on there.
Why don't you have Ranting Monkey stickers already?
I don't know.
Write it down. Oh, Evil One said the governor of West Virginia said if the numbers stay the same, they are opening West Virginia on Monday. That's awesome.
Wasn't West Virginia one of the last ones to... I'm sorry. Nuts just said, no, he won't. I love you, sweetie. Wasn't West Virginia one of the last ones to shut down?
I don't know. Maybe.
If I remember correctly, they were the last, and they've been hit very, very mildly compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
Or at least when they had shut down and everything, or one of the, were they like maybe the first or the last one to have a death or something? I remember West Virginia was in the news for something in that vein. If you ever make stickers, I'd buy some. Oh, God damn it, Jack. See what you did?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Helped you make merch. Yeah. You're welcome.
All right. I started my list. My list. Guys, I was talking to Jack and about the channel here. And there's things I need to do to improve it. And I know some of you are going to be like, videos. Yeah, maybe. But there's things I'm going to be doing to try to make the channel a little nicer, a little better, a little more. You know what, Jack? Maybe if we make this more professional, they'll be like, these guys are an authoritative voice. Nah, they won't do that.
Yeah, maybe if we find a wizard too.
Yeah.
Professional. Are you telling me I'm getting fired?
No.
Oh, thank God.
You are the most professional part of the show.
You are in so much trouble then.
Oh, God. My message to the Jews is Bill de Blasio's an asshole.
Yeah, get out of New York. Go somewhere fun with better weather.
Terry says, if you make it more professional, I'll stop watching. No, the show itself won't change.
Yeah, we're not capable of that.
No. Just things like working the algorithm better and actually getting thumbnails for the shows each day. I had an idea on that too, Jack.
Nice.
You need an avatar.
I do, but
what would you like to be, Jack?
I don't know.
That's not helpful even a little bit.
Are we sticking with the animal themes?
No, it's up to you, man. You can be whatever the fuck you want. It's your avatar.
I don't know.
You just need one so I can put it on the thumbnails.
Oh yeah.
I can't put Galactus up there for fuck's sake.
Nah, yeah, you really can't.
Thank you, Gamer Valine, who says, I guess Bill has seen Kyle. I don't get the reference.
Kyle from South Park?
But which
you compared Bill de Blasio to Cartman earlier, I think.
Oh. Yeah. Whatever. I do what I want.
I like Evil One's idea as God of Asians. But I don't think that would fly very well in Asia. I'm just taller than them. They'll not figure it out.
He looking like us. Oh my God. Anyhow, that was entirely beside the point to everything going on. An Asian pimp. Wow. Wow.
Not a pimp who's an Asian, a pimp who pimps Asians.
Wow.
I'd have to pick something Asian then, like a tiger or something.
If I type the word juice in the chat, it doesn't get posted. Why not? What's wrong with juice? Weird.
Because it sounds too much like,
Jews. I get you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. People used to say that, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Evolved Potato, thank you. You're trying to make the channel better. So Jack is going to be on more and more tits and ass. About Jack's avatar, I think I know someone far away who could make one. We have to figure out what he's going to be. Frank Hubbard, thank you. You will respect my authority. I can't do a good Cartman. I don't know how Trey Parker does that without just destroying his throat. I'm not even going to try because it'll destroy my throat. But yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes. It's in season 2, the chicken lover episode. Mayor, when we're around children, we prefer to call him Chicken Lover. Have you seen Kyle? He's about this tall, arm forward, and an angle resembling certain bad guy. I don't understand what's going on there.
No, Shrouded Angel.
Thank you, Shrouded, to make Jack's avatar a squirrel. Yeah. We'll just have that. That's down the road, guys. That's not some immediate stuff. Oh, Polly, I'm sorry. I saw your message earlier, and yeah, I'm happy to talk to you about that. But you asked if you could come hang out. Absolutely. Oh, dude, that was like 10 minutes ago. I apologize. I wasn't paying attention to my Twitter. So let's see. We've covered YouTube talking shit about YouTubers, which is nice. What did you think about Susan threatening people over the whole WHO thing? If they don't toe the line about what WHO says with COVID, you'll get yeeted for it. Not your whole channel, but they'll take the video down or slap it, you know.
Yeah, I think that's really reckless.
I think it's dickish.
Absolutely, but it's not inspiring confidence in your platform.
Okay, I'll check that out. If I don't know. Oh, I get it. Okay. Apparently, if you say "seen Kyle" fast enough, it sounds like something Mayor de Blasio would like.
Oh,
there you go. I got you. I just saw her thing, and I'm all for believing science, Jack. But when you have something that's changing as rapidly as this, and the WHO has been wrong as much as it has been, especially if somebody's like showing other doctors, there's that video that was going around of the 2 doctors talking, and it got yanked off YouTube.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Putting that much faith in the World Health Organization. And you know what? I don't think people would have this much faith in it if Trump hadn't told them to go fuck themselves. We've seen that a lot. People, strange bedfellows made because Trump said something. Okay. I don't know if we have an update on Biden sniffing, touching, we're grabbing people by the hoo-ha. Why is Ross Perot trending?
I don't
know. I need to know why this is trending. Thank you, Shrouded Angel. It says I have a donation with no message, but it has not come up on my screen yet. That's weird. Thank you for the donation. And Lady Gopher, thank you for the wait. Did my chat freeze?
Mine froze for a second.
Thank you, Shrouded Angel, and thank you, Lady Gopher, for the donations. Wow. Pincalo, thank you for the donation. I think there's something wrong. Because it just keeps bringing up ones and there's no donations coming through. Frank, thank you so much. Biden sleeping while talking to Hillary? Okay, yeah, I got to shut this down, and I think my alert box is losing its mind.
Evil One said, did you see Australia wants to have the WHO investigated over all the China shit, and China's not happy? They absolutely should be investigated. acting really weird and
Yeah,
very, very shady.
we actually read a story on Lords of the Night. I can't remember if it was last night or the night before. China's very mad about it.
Oh,
China's mad. Like, so? Fuck them.
Yeah, but maybe you shouldn't leak a pandemic around the planet then, idiots.
The maybe you guys should come out and be a little more honest about what's going on. I know you're trying to keep a good face for those starving people over there in China who make food for you, what little they can. But maybe not killing off. What are we at? 100,000 worldwide, something like that.
We're over that, I'm sure.
I would be willing to bet, and this is my hunch, you guys. I have no solid proof of it, but we had at least that many in China already, and they're just not reporting it.
Cases confirmed worldwide is 3.12 million.
That's cases. How many deaths?
Deaths are 217,000.
217. So there you go.
That's what they confirmed so far.
That's with us believing China's number.
Yeah.
Which last I saw hadn't topped 100,000 yet. Last I saw it was in the 90s, so they were getting closer. But yeah. Who acting kind of shady, ain't calling us baby. Why the sudden change? Terry, your country has asked specifically for investigations into the WHO because of their handling of this. Because once again, the media keeps ignoring this shit. Every time they blame Trump didn't do enough fast enough. Trump followed the evidence. And people are going to be like, no, how dare you? Watch what happened. For the most part, Trump followed the evidence that was out there. The reports that were coming in. He should have been watching this show. We would have told him, yeah, China's lying their ass off. We told him that. Got it at what, 800? Like, there's no way they're telling the truth. No fucking way.
Rich said 26 million Aussies versus 1.4 billion Chinese. I know who I'm betting on. We ain't scared. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with Australia.
I would put my money on Australia in that too.
Yeah, absolutely. And we would be itching to jump in and help out.
China's only scary financially. Militarily, they're not scary at all.
Yeah, unless you're a neighboring country, they don't have quite a lot. I mean, they got a decent air force, but I'm pretty sure Australia's got a better one.
I'm pretty sure they couldn't get down to Australia. That one fucking aircraft carrier that barely floats.
Yeah. Well, it was made in China.
Actually, it was made in Russia.
Oh, well. I have nothing on that one then.
If I remember my history correctly, yeah, it was a Russian bought aircraft carrier. I imagine it's Russian built, so we know how well their hardware lasts. Oh my God. A lot of states are admitting they incorrectly I gotta stop that again. A lot of states are admitting they incorrectly classified a number of cases based on emotional distress. I don't think anybody's surprised by that either. We've seen that all along. Polly, my friend, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm not too well. It's been a hell of a week, but
You say you sounded depressed when you started. Everything cool?
Well, doesn't everybody have problems?
Sort of Indeed, we do. We do.
A lot of IRL shit going on, stir crazy in quarantine. Not because I can entertain myself, but then there's nothing going on when I decide to go outdoors. Have you noticed that a lot of people are saying that? I am. That it's like, it's not so much, okay, it's being inside, but then when I decide to go outside, there's nowhere to go. And that's the problem. That's when you begin to feel walled in.
Yeah, it's like Sunday in the 80s. Everything's closed.
Like, right? It's like, I want to do something. It's like, and that begins to hang over you like a cloud. But also a research contract got canceled on me because...
Oh, damn.
The instructor's ADL list from the government got changed, so they got recategorized as non-essential. And so that funding disappeared, and thus my funding to do the research disappeared. So guess, Polly's going to be delivering Uber Eats. Actually, not really, but
I've heard that pays well.
well, that's I don't know.
Look, anybody out there who does the Uber Eats, good for you. But there's a joke in there if you know the backstory.
What, Boober?
Do you know who does Uber Eats?
Yeah, Mundane Matt.
Oh, Monday Matt does Uber Eats. No,
Yes.
I did not know that. Shit.
His 2 videos that we watched on this show, both of them were after his shift at Uber Eats. Both of which he's taken down. I do wonder. I'm really this is so bad to say. I'm really hoping that lady did kill her husband on purpose. Because I want to go to Mundane Matt and just go, excuse me, I have some questions. Does Trump still have blood on his hands because this bitch poisoned her husband and tried to kill him?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a Law and Order episode.
I got called racist and bigoted over this shit.
Well, they're just upset because you're using a
I'm sorry.
monkey avatar.
I was sexist, bigoted, and sometimes racist. Breaking news, Boris Johnson is a new father of a boy. Oh, congratulations.
Who's a new father of a boy?
Boris Johnson.
Oh, Boris Johnson.
Prime Minister of England, for those of you who don't know his name. I was clarifying for the audience. I know you know who Boris
I appreciate the help sometimes. It's like, Boris, I don't know. It sounds kind of Russian to me.
It does. How did he get that Russian name? I feel like there's a conspiracy here.
Well, when he was little, his mom saw him chasing a moose and a squirrel.
No, I think it's part of the Russians taking over the world and meddling in politics. Boris is actually a Russian. Prove me wrong. Ha! I win again.
Look at his teeth. I win.
Oh, God damn you. You pulled the Trump card. Boris and Natasha. It's a weird name. Why the fuck is Ross Perot trending? I need to know.
Is that because the new NAFTA deal went through?
That went through a while ago, didn't it?
I thought it just took effect. I don't know. I might be wrong. I saw something about it earlier.
I don't know what's... Oh, I know why he's trending. Justin Amash has decided he's going to run for president. Thank you, Gamer Valine. They have confirmed it is not a yellow gumball. Have they confirmed it's not a yellow gumball? Look, I don't know which yellow gumball we're talking about. The yellow gumballs, you guys know what yellow gumballs are. I have to be careful because YouTube's listening in. Cultic Krill, thank you. Gamer Valine is a Navy vet. I'm an Army vet. From what I can tell, she did airplane repair. I did telecom repair. We are now both engineers in different fields, but would be a fun combo. She is in chips. I am in biotech. You guys can make an amazing robot.
This sounds like a buddy cop movie of sorts, where they get together, build the super robot, and compete in the finals. But at the last minute, someone tries to steal their robot. There's a whole action adventure here.
That's Jack's next book. He'll be hitting you guys up for some technical terms he can use.
I'll just make them up. Nobody will know.
That's true. Most people won't. Only engineers would, and they don't read. Boris Johnson's real first name is Alexander.
Why does he go by Boris?
He's a Russian. He is part of the Russian governmental meddling around the world. They planted him there. He's a Russian bot.
All right. Not really fun conspiracy theories all over YouTube. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Because YouTube stopped being fun. Right.
Justin Amash, a Republican turned independent congressman from Michigan, announced Tuesday night that he is launching an exploratory committee for a long shot presidential bid as a libertarian. Amash launched the website announcing he has formed the exploratory committee for a presidential campaign. CNN, you do not need both of those sentences. Seriously. Americans are ready for practical approaches based in humility and trust of the people, he said. We're ready for a president that will restore respect for our Constitution and bring people together. I'm excited and honored to be taking these first steps towards serving America, the Americans of every background as president. You're running as the libertarian. You have no chance. I have a better chance of winning than you do. And nobody knows my fucking name. He's from your side of the state, Monkey. Yeah, I know. He's a congressman from over here.
Do you think they could have jammed a few more catchphrases in there?
Probably.
I mean, you didn't mention diversity and inclusion once.
Well, I stopped reading. I'm sure his statement went on.
People of all backgrounds and identities, and fuck off, man.
Yeah, this is the guy who became
the state of libertarianism that you have to appeal in that way. Fuck.
This is the guy who became an independent because he voted to impeach Trump. You didn't have to change your parties, but if that's what you're doing, that's cool. He's just running for the libertarian ticket right now. They haven't decided. They have a convention just like the Republicans and Democrats do. So,
holy shit!
What?
Vol Potato confuses me.
All right,
he confuses me because he busts my balls relentlessly and then drops me $100 Streamlabs.
Part of the fun of the audience is that they will bust your balls relentlessly. But they're very
Have you been over at Noir Bar? Jesus Christ, you'd think they are surly drunks. It's fucking great. He says, eat or PC, whichever you need more. Hint, it's the PC.
It's the PC.
I don't know what the state of things. Thank you very much of all potatoes. Greatly appreciate it, especially right now. I mean, oh my God. Which reminds me, as I started doing Monkey, you've been here before, right? Jack, I know you've been there before. You go grocery shopping and you think, all right, it's time to buy in bulk and buy the items that don't spoil in bulk.
Yep.
Yeah, that was last
They
week.
had no ramen.
No,
it was
ramen.
all gone.
Well, you're in a college town, man.
Well, yeah, but they got. I mean, I went to a Walmart.
And guys, I'm not insulting college kids here. College kids buy ramen, a lot of it. The Walmart I used to work at was in a college town, and yeah, they bought the shit out of it. And you take that and you add the stay-at-home orders and shit on top of it. Yeah, people, it'll come back. It's easy to make.
Yeah, you got better odds at like an Aldi's or one of the off-brand grocery stores, not Walmart.
Check Amazon. It's been sold out around a lot of the country, though. Yeah, it's one of those things that's easy to make and last for fucking ever.
That's just it. Like, I mean, people are, like on Walmart shelves, of course, Mike, the big boxes of it, and they just sort of like cut the front of it open. They leave the cardboard container on the bottom. People are just picking up the whole fucking container and walking away with it. Ugh.
Nut says, I wish my boys would eat ramen sometimes. I fucking love ramen. I haven't had it in a few days, though.
It helps if you mix it with something, like put some meat in there or something. Well, for younger people, for kids, spice it up a little.
It's got meat in there. It's in that little spice packet.
No, that's flavored salt.
It is. It's flavored with beef.
No, it's not.
No, it's flavored with shrimp for those who have good taste.
Well,
gross.
Either way, it's flavored with they what they do is they take a really fine sandpaper and they just sand down some beef.
I don't believe that for a second. That's not even no. It's just salt mixed with salt flavored broth.
Jack, you say this again and again, and you're wrong again and again. It's salt and MSG. We've been over this.
MSG is great.
Yeah, it is. It is tasty, but
it's delicious.
My memory problems is what it does.
Well, here we are.
But real quick before we get away from this, speaking of meat and stuff, Donald Trump has used his executive order thing, that the emergency powers, to say that they can't shut down meat processing plants because several of them have been shut down and we're starting to run out of meats.
Fuck.
Gamer Valine, thank you. Ramen doesn't help my weight loss, but it's delicious. It is. And she says delicious. I'm not saying it that way because I feel like YouTube will be like, oh, but anyhow, it's delicious. It is delicious.
It was only 2 years ago that Gamer Valine's talking about bad for your weight. See, I never understood the saturated fats on the nutrition guide or whatever the fuck that's on ramen. I'm like, how the fuck is it? It's just noodles. What the hell? I didn't realize they deep fried them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I thought they
tasty.
just put them in a dehydrator in that shape. I
Look.
had no idea they fried them into that shape. That explains a lot.
Everything tastes better fried. You're an American. You should know this. The only way it's better is if it's deep fried with cheese.
Why haven't I seen this at a state fair or a county fair? Deep fried ramen chunks,
That'd be great, man.
battered and deep fried. This should be a thing. But getting back to what Jack was saying, adding things to your ramen to make it better. I agree. And if I could boil a proper egg, I'd be putting that in it. I like hard-boiled eggs and ramens, man. It's delicious.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we are brought to you by you. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and if you can, toss money at us because we like money. And if you have time to watch this, you have $10 to buy ramen.
Because otherwise, what you're saying actually is that you're so poor at managing your money
That's right.
that I'm going to be put in the position of backing off of what I say I'm not going to back off of a week from now.
You know the best part of that is that saying, if you don't have time to watch this, say because you're watching a television show, that means you don't have that $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Trump is making sure the meat packing places stay open. Several of them have shut down. We talked about it maybe a week and a half ago. There's two things that are being shut down. Trump, I can live without meat for a while. I like ramen, but you need to do something with the CO2, man. If I run out of Diet Pepsi, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need my Diet Pepsi, guys.
Diet RC?
No,
I wouldn't recommend Diet Coke because that's a different animal entirely.
I like Diet Coke if it comes. Well, I can drink Diet Coke from bottles and stuff, but from McDonald's, sure. But no, Diet Pepsi is where it's at. What if I'm watching to take my mind off the fact I don't have $10? Well, nothing for you here. I have it on good authority that if you're watching, you have $10. You don't have to give it to me. It just means you have $10. You might not know you have $10, but go look in your couch cushions. It's probably in there.
Yeah, it's like an Easter egg hunt with $10. It
Yes.
may be dispersed in nickels, so look carefully.
Oh, God. The days of going through the couch trying to find money for just a little bit of food.
Yeah, that was last week.
Oh, give money to Jack. It's been an hour. What's been an hour? What happened?
I don't know.
Can't blame you because the windy licking is strong in that topic, Terry. What? Wow. I don't know what's going on right now. Polly, did you see de Blasio had a message to the Jews?
You know what's funny is that I did, and when I turned on to the stream, it was you talking about it. You said, when you start your tweet with a message to the Jew, that was my exact take on it. Put that somewhere in the body, not right at the beginning, because that sounds like, low down Juden. Like, it's just, don't do that.
How about this? How about saying something like, I understand for Jewish people, this is a very sacred thing, but we can't have this. Look, I still think he's an asshole for doing that, but under those circumstances, at least then, okay, you're addressing the community you're having that issue with without going, listen, you stinky Jews, I got something to say to you.
Well, no, I mean, and especially, why didn't you just couch it, hide it? Like, he says to the Jews and everybody else. Why didn't you just say to religious communities? The Jews are going to know that you're talking about them as well as any other denomination that's not going along with your 1984 authoritarianism.
Polly, do you really think de Blasio's that smart?
I don't, but I do think there's enough people around him that he should have passed it by them. Like, it's like, I'm sending a message out to the Jews, and it's like, whoa, Mr. Mayor, you're doing what? Let's look this over. Let's pass it through a few drafts, shall we? Fuck.
We didn't talk about this yet, and somebody just brought it up in chat, and so yeah, I am curious of y'all's opinion. Did you see that orcs are black guys?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll be talking about that tomorrow in comic book curation,
or later today.
Later today.
I
stand corrected. Yeah, it fucking hell.
Let's see. Orcs are black people, and COVID is racist, and Doctors are everything's racist right now.
Yeah.
We read a story tonight that white people are finally understanding what black people feel like all the time. Like, what?
What? Because
What?
they're experiencing the oppression of quarantine. Where does that even? It's whatever, man.
Mustafa says, "Hey, you can't say orc. That's our word." I know, right?
You said it with a hard C, dude.
I use the hard R. Orc. Orc. See, there's a hard R in there. How would you say that without the R? Oak. What up, Oak?
Know.
That's my Okie right there.
That sounds like you're talking about trees.
It does.
Or Oklahomans.
Okie from Muskogee. And I'm
Add an A on to
proud
the end of it so you can make it
Okie
slang worthy.
from
Oka.
Muskogee.
Orca.
Now you're dropping the R. Oka.
Oka?
Yeah.
Okra? What?
But there's no A at the end.
I'm saying add an A to make it.
But that's what I did.
Here,
I changed the R to an A. That's oak.
Yeah, but now you're just calling someone a tree.
So they a tree.
This is
Same color. Gamer Valine, thank you.
Quick.
Oh, my turn. How is this hobbit oppressed? You're born with that flat ass. Prospero says Auric. No, because the R goes away completely. Completely. That's how you gotta do it. And you change it to an A. What's up, my oak? Exactly. See, some of y'all are getting it.
I think you gotta pronounce it a little more slang-fied. Like, what's up, my oak?
Oak. What up, Oak? Anyway,
So if you drag it out a little, like do a double A sound, it makes it sound a little bit more like you're saying orc incorrectly.
I so much stupid going on right now. I think the internet gives people the ability to say really stupid shit all the time anyway, and now they're just sitting at home bored all the time.
Yeah, they have lots of time to focus on weird shit.
Have you noticed that people have all the time in the world to sit at home right now? 3/4 of the American populace is just sitting at home with nothing to do. And still, nobody's watching the Disney Star Wars sequels. I think that says a lot.
Oh, did you guys? I'm sure you'll be talking about. Did you see the tweet from Disney
about their layoffs?
No, about May 4th.
Oh yes, yeah. They don't you be using this hashtag because that's how hashtags work.
If you use what is it? May the 4th is what the hashtag is. If you use that at all, you are giving them permission to use your tweet.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Disney as a company owns so many things or thinks that they do. Like they think they own the Little Mermaid because they made a Little Mermaid, etc.
Right.
And they've done with all sorts of things. Sleeping Beauty, you name it. Every Grimm fairy tale,
Fuck that Hans Christian Andersen motherfucker.
Yeah, who's that? That's it's ours. And we changed fucking copyright laws to keep our mouse ours. We can own hashtags. Fuck you. It's Jesus Christ, Disney. You guys need to calm the fuck down.
Well, how do you go ahead, Jack?
It's funny because you can already use somebody's tweet. That's part of the terms of service. You're allowed. All they have to do is call up Twitter and be like, "We want to use these tweets here," and they'll be like, "All right."
Well, the thing is, I mean, yes, you anything can go out there, but it's still my personal stuff on Twitter. And they're supposed to get my permission if they do that, unless they're using it in some fair use way.
If they're using it for commercial purposes, they should pay you.
Yep.
And that's what they're trying to avoid.
It is still that way, though, right, Jack? Like terms of service on Twitter, anything you send out, it says that it is now their property to use they can use it.
You're granting them like an infinite license for Twitter to use it however they want. So they can give permission to other people to use your tweets.
Yeah, like no one's ever taken them to task on that, but that's still part of the terms of service now.
Yeah, so technically, I mean, you could try and sue. It would cause a kerfuffle and shame them into paying you something. But I don't know. It's the whole thing's kind of.
Oh well, I'm over on the hashtag right now, and I love it because my first thought was, I would just be putting the most horrible shit on that hashtag. And the first one that I see, suck my cock and balls.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is some Streisand, Bodie McBoatface situation. Like, don't do that. Don't ever test the internet. That brings out the shit lords. What the fuck's wrong with you? And your boy Pat asked a question maybe a bunch of people are wondering about. What's so special about May 4th? It's Star Wars Day. Like, may the Force be with you. May the 4th be with you. So it's just an arbitrarily chosen day that's Star Wars Day because it resembles May the Force.
And it's also the day on Disney Plus you'll be able to watch the entire saga. Just in case you want to ruin anything you loved about Star Wars.
And that's what I mean. People are going to love watching the saga right up until the time when Disney started making things.
Yeah. If you guys want to see what we're talking about, just for context, these were tweets that they put out. Celebrate the saga. Reply with your favorite Star Wars, hashtag Star Wars memory, and you may see it somewhere special on hashtag May the 4th. By sharing your message with us, hashtag May the 4th, you agree to our use of the message and your account name in all media and our terms of use here.
Yeah, read that terms of use sometime. It is draconian. They can use it in all media currently existing or future. You're great. You cannot badmouth Disney in any way.
Yeah, it's I'm just glad to see so many people are treating it like the fucking joke that it is, because that is fucking retarded. Absolutely retarded. We can use your shit just because you said these words. You can't own that. You can't own a hashtag.
But they could have anyway. So I don't even understand the point. Do you guys have lawyers that are looking for reasons to charge you for billable hours? What the hell?
Probably.
If you read through the Twitter terms of service, I don't believe Twitter has the ability to let other people use your shit. I'm almost positive of that. So if it's used in a commercial way, they would have to get your permission and pay you if you demanded payment.
Well, they can let like news agencies and stuff post it and shit like that, like typical fair use stuff. But if Disney's going to try and make money off of this, then they probably have to pay you.
News outlets can do it because technically they're reporting it as news. They're sharing it as information, and you can do it that way. You can't do it for commercial purposes. So Disney can suck my hashtag May the 4th. God, what has happened to them?
They've gotten greedy. They only see the dollar now. Disney is so bloated with lawyers that they've gotten so far away from what Walt wanted to do with it. I think, yeah, he wanted to make money, of course, but it was also supposed to be about the experience. And if you make customers happy, they come back. This type of heavy-handedness is not good for their reputation. It makes them look like they only care about the money and they don't give a shit about the customers at all. You don't build fan bases by doing stuff like this. It's just a bad look.
Vaccine says, hey, did you already talk about Bering's last video? The 3 guys on a roof drinking were caught by a police helicopter. I haven't seen Bering's video on that, but I saw the video itself. There was a new video out today that was causing a stir because there's these 2 old people sitting on the beach together. Nobody else around them, and this cop on a horse comes up and tells them they can't sit on the beach. They're not allowed to be sitting on the beach. You can be walking.
They have to be sitting on the ground.
You can't sit.
Oh, you couldn't sit at all? I thought it was because they were on the lawn chairs.
He says we're not allowed to, or we can't have the chairs or something like that. Maybe that's what it was exactly. But it's what are you going to do if they refuse to get up? Drag them away?
Submission. No, beatings. That's the only way old people learn.
Break out that taser. Turn the horse around and have him kick it. Yeah, exercise only. That's the thing. You can sit on the chairs. No, not on that beach. You can't. There's a lot of places like that where, like, if you're in a park, it's exercise only. Like, suck it. How dare you?
Oh, yeah. I'm reminded of something. Do you know whose birthday it is today, Monkey?
No.
It's Far's birthday.
It's Far's birthday.
Yes, it is.
Well, Far around here, we do this. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Shabbat, shabbat.
Happy birthday to you.
Shabbat, shabbat.
Happy birthday, dear Far.
Shabbat, shabbat.
Happy birthday
to
you.
Shabbat, shabbat.
Happy birthday, Far. I hope you have a great one. I really do.
Vegemite all around. Woo!
Have that fairy toast or whatever the hell you guys call it. We were talking about the unicorn toast the other day and the rainbow toast, and she got mad because
Right.
I forgot theirs is called fairy toast, right? The one where they put the sprinkles on it.
Well, the hundreds and thousands.
Yeah, whatever.
I know. It's
weird.
You want to see a Pavlovian dog type situation? You know, you click the thing and the dog's mouth salivate. Go to quiz and say hundreds of thousands and watch him uncontrollably scream, "Of what?"
I'm sorry.
It gets on his nerves. It's great.
Fairy bread, whatever you guys call it. You guys should try the rainbow toast. I think you guys would like it. It's weird, but
and James Colley says you can keep your fucking Vegemite pie. I've never even tried it. I am fascinated to know because every time I've read a description of what it tastes like, it's very salty. It tastes like yeasty because it's a byproduct of that's the fermentation or something. I don't know. I'm fascinated to taste it.
It's wet salt.
This is the shit we found left in the machine.
Yeah, it tastes like a slime trail.
You've had it?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know. I like salty snacks. But it's musty and gross though.
1984 says sounds like cum. Oh god.
Jesus.
Yeah. What I want you to do, Polly, is find a snail and follow his trail until he gets a big lump of it. Pour a little bit of salt on the trail and then lick it, and that's what Vegemite is.
Danger says, fairy bread, you uncultured swine. Look, I live in my basement. I don't know what these things are called. And I'm not very good at analyzing things.
Yeah.
No context, Jack.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Manic, with no note. I appreciate that. Very, very generous. Manic's so awesome.
Yeah, you got to spread that stuff real thin if you're going to eat it and mix it with something that's going to go good with it. Like look up some recipes or something because you put too much on there and you don't slather it on. This isn't butter. This is something that's very, very minuscule on your food. Just a nice.
This is exactly what I've heard. That's how Americans fuck it up? Is that they'll take a giant spoonful and taste it and go, "That's gross."
No, Americans
putting in a super thin layer of it with, like you mentioned, butter on toast.
We fuck it up by even eating it. Thank you, Nuts, for dropping our Streamlabs link, sweetie. I love you. Guys, hit the like button. Please share. And if you have money. I lost it there, Jack. I was going for something and it just... I failed on the shill. Throw money at us. We like it. It helps us. It makes us smile. And remember, you can give Jack nightmares. Give Jack nightmares, guys. It's fun. I want to try Vegemite. You can buy it online.
Yeah, some supermarkets sell it. You just have to go if you have a good international food section.
Oh God, ours is ridiculous. You know what ours is? It's a little bit of Mexican food, which is funny because they also have a Mexican food section. And it took our Walmart here like 18 years before they finally put those two sections together. Because somebody at the home office, when I worked there, it's like, this makes no sense. It was an aisle away from each other. And our international food section was nothing but Mexican food. I'm like, we have a whole taco section. Why is this not sitting right next to it? Home office doesn't want it there. Like, okay. All right.
Real quick. Thank you, Manic, for the generous donation on the Streamlabs. I really appreciate it. No message, though. Thanks. That's awesome.
We have the best audience in the world, man. I mean that sincerely, guys. I know I suck up to you guys all the time, but it's only because when you're not being assholes, you're absolutely wonderful people.
Well said. Well said. When you're not being assholes, they're wonderful people. It's like the donations are coming from a place of guilt. Wow. Not at all. They're just great people. So we were talking about something earlier, or you were mentioning something earlier that Mundane Matt is Uber eating, driving.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not Uber eating. He's driving for Uber Eats. We can't prove
that way
he's taking,
somehow.
Well, we can't prove he's taking samples of the food.
That's true. We have to be very careful. Very careful.
We only suspect it right now.
Cult of Krill says, Monkey never promotes my videos. Guys, go subscribe to Cult of Krill if you have not already. But anyway, you're saying Uber Eats.
Well, there's lots of people who get busted, quote unquote, who were famous in one way or another, and then doing a regular job. And is there? You tell me, is that actually something to bust balls over? I mean, I remember when Capadonna from Wu-Tang Clan. There's a guy's toured the world. He was with Wu-Tang Clan. Everybody, like, musician. Yeah, and then he was driving a cab. And that blew the fuck up on Instagram and Twitter, where it's like, dude, how badly did you mismanage your money that you ended up driving a cab? He's like, I didn't. I kept most of my money and I'm still driving. That was his claim, is that I need, money coming in constantly. And there's no tours right now, so I'm going to do what I need to do. I don't. You'd think that people would be able to parlay it into something inside the industry from which they got all their money and fame, Yeah,
but I mean, sometimes things go sideways. I've often, especially with YouTube, compared it to being an actor. And there's a lot of people who go into acting and then they have to come out because they, for whatever, even if they had a big career, years later, they're behind a counter at McDonald's. I don't make fun of people for doing a job at all. There's jobs I would never want to have, and we might make jokes about those jobs. But the people who are doing them, look, you go out there, you make an honest living. Good for you. Good for you. Like Matt, I mean, the only reason I gave him shit is because he made those videos after his shift, and fuck you.
That guy's got a strange sense of honesty about him, right? Like he's one who mentioned it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why? About it all the time.
Why? It's like, this is how the Boulder thing haunts him. Why? Like, if these things are true or not, why are you saying it?
To guilt your audience into giving you money.
Well, that's fucking playing low. Jesus Christ.
You got to watch some of his videos where he talks about it, because it's like, oh, poor me, poor me. It's not like, oh, I do this as my regular job. No, it's like, well, I got to go back to doing this.
Well, and if you look at it, in all fairness to Matt, Matt had a good thing going on YouTube. And then the adpocalypse hit. The adpocalypse hit when his girlfriend was pregnant and after he had just bought a house. That's a horrible time for suddenly money goes away. And for those of you who don't know how bad the adpocalypse was, my last check from YouTube, no super chat, that didn't exist at the time. My only real paycheck I ever got from YouTube for videos was for $900. My very next check was, the next month was 120. That's how bad the adpocalypse hit people. And I had a small channel and wasn't getting any kind of decent views and stuff. People used to make bank on YouTube. And so you have that. And then you have the whole Boulder blow up thing. I don't know if there's any way he can get back to YouTube where he makes any kind of real living off of it. So I'm good for him going out there and getting a job, doing what you need to do. But yeah, the adpocalypse really fucked him up. Cult of Krill, thank you so much. The hatred I have for the Boulder King is incalculable. I know, dude, you were fucking amazing on that. The night we did the video, the first video especially, Cult of Krill was in rare form. He absolutely hates Matt. Gamer Valine, thank you. Side jobs, code for only jobs for over 50 actresses.
I don't know. I like
people,
what you said, Monkey. Like there's dignity in work. Like the saddest fucking thing would be to show up at a bar and have somebody who had some amount of notoriety or fame, broke as fuck, not working, and spending all their time getting people to buy them drinks based on the fact that their face is recognizable. That would be pathetic. You're out there working. No, there's dignity in that. That's fine. Fuck people. Yeah, like, I thought people went too far on Capadonna personally. What was the actor? I've been trying to remember. He was somebody that was known back in the day, and all of a sudden now he's working at a hotel or whatever it was. You guys remember this? It was like less than a year ago.
I do, and I can't remember who it was.
And I thought, like, man, you guys are like being relentless on this man for no reason. He's working a job. It's dignified. What's the fucking problem?
Yeah, and with Matt, I mean, a lot of it is people just fucking with him because, you know, he wrote the book on how he literally wrote the book on how to be good or big on YouTube.
Matt, Monday Matt.
Yeah, you can go find it on
there. And then and also the epilogue of that book on how to fucking piss people off by doing a bunch of dumb shit.
I mean, he literally wrote a book.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
No, I know.
Okay.
It's
I'm just making sure
monetizing. I get it.
He should probably write an update to that book with that part, but I was just making sure you understood it was a physical thing.
Cool.
It was a literal bug.
How to destroy your YouTube career, part 2.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that there's an expanded edition with the epilogue? I don't think so.
Probably not.
I doubt it. Look, I give Matt shit because first of all, I find it funny that a fat dude delivers food. That always amuses me. Second of all, he did this to himself.
Yes. Well,
he had a successful channel, not the greatest channel in the world, but he had over 30,000 subscribers, and he sabotaged it with his own behavior, and his ego brought him low.
Ego is what did it.
The adpocalypse hurt everyone, but you could recover from that. Instead of thinking of how to branch out and try different things like merchandising, pushing his patron more, stuff like that, he self-sabotaged, and that's his own fault. Yeah, he has to work a side job, and he complains about it. That's his own doing.
Because now we get to talk about drama, and I love drama. You know I do. I'm a drama whore. Sorry, guys. It's a cautionary tale. Matt is a cautionary tale in that you have to leave your ego at the door. You have to be a little egotistical to do this. There has to be part of you that's like, I want people to hear me. But what destroyed his career was people talking about him. And if he should have just ignored him, flat ignored him. And he couldn't.
Okay, hold on really quick. Jagger Pony, thank you very much. Extremely generous. And goddamn, is it appreciated, especially right now. For a tweed jacket with elbow replacement version of Polly. Otters in silly uniforms are cute. A professorial otter. Consider it done. I've got a gangster otter coming up, and then Jagger Pony just gave me a great idea for a professorial otter with the tweed and the patches, you know? Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's great. That's a great idea.
Dangerous. Go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Evolved Potato, who said, I just ate a tablespoon of Vegemite because I'm not weak and have a superior sense of taste. First of all, you're Australian, and you're bred tougher than we are. So,
well, I have to disagree with that. Maybe the reason you lost to emus is because you eat that shit. Dangerous said, do you think Matt gets mad at people who ask him, is the food good? He thinks, why do people keep asking me that? That's not nice. But I had to read it out loud because it's funny.
There it is, Monkey. Gamer Valine had said, was it Carlton? And I thought, is that right? Is it Carlton? No, Mr. Scott nailed it. Jeffrey Owens from The Cosby Show. He played Elvin. Thank you.
Yep.
Fuck, that was like an itch I couldn't reach. Thank you.
Yeah, what was it he was doing? Didn't he work at a store?
I thought it was at a hotel. I thought he was like a concierge at a hotel or some shit.
I thought it was something like a Lowe's or something like that.
Yeah,
because I remember I have a very not firm memory, strong image in my head of him in an apron of some sort.
Trader Joe's?
Maybe. I want to say it was like some hardware store. He was a cashier at a supermarket, says Pat. There you go. All right. Matt is averaging about 2K views. Like I said, you have to have some ego to do this. But you gotta, if somebody's making videos about you, just don't even don't even watch. Just do what Sinatra did. Do what Sinatra did. Keep doing what's working.
Yeah. He managed to, like, I get it. Sinatra took some hard hits that some other people would have fucking freaked the fuck out over. He managed to weather it pretty well. Mm-hmm. But that is a nice segue into something. I'm noticing some people that I sub to that are weathering it in very poor ways. Do you guys think there's an upper limit of videos you should upload in a day? My argument is 6 is too fucking many. You're burning the candle 3. At 4 ends.
Yeah, 3 is apparently the recommended cap, because after that they stop notifying people.
Right. 6 in a fucking day? And this isn't one channel. I'm thinking there's several people I sub to. These are like 10, 15-minute videos. If they were 2-minute style shit posts or quick hot takes or whatever, okay. But goddamn, man, nobody wants that. It looks like you're trying to game the system and get things that you could easily crush into one video of 20 minutes where you talk about 3 different things. Instead, no, video. Man, people are going to get sick of you. This is dumb.
Jeremy. I hear you, but it's working. So I don't know.
I mean, Stargazer named Styx, but Styx has a sensibility about it. It's like, I'm going to do them at the same time. That's smart as fuck. I wish I could get on that. He's putting up 3, max 4 all in a row in the morning, so you can watch them sort of at your leisure, sort of thing. I mean, as opposed to spread throughout the day, so it's just a constant wash.
Well, as somebody who's done 2-hour streams up to 5 times a day, I don't know. As long as the audience is coming, I get that some people will be like, "No, I'm not interested in that." But I mean, you have to play the system.
Well,
and
they rank streams differently than they do videos, though.
No, I get what you're saying, but my normal day, I do at least 3 streams, at least 2 hours long on every one of them. So am I any better than somebody who's putting out 4 20-minute videos?
I would argue yes, in this very particular circumstance you're making, because your criticism of people that do a short excerpt from a stream and call it an edited video is accurate, because that's more or less the people that I'm thinking about what they're doing. You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
If you want to stream, just fucking stream. So I don't know, man. I'd like to think you're not burning your audience out. Doesn't seem like you are, but I think that coming out with separate edited videos that are really just edited streams, turn my camera on, talking to it, couple of visual gag pop-ups, and call that a video. I don't think that's a video. I think people are going to tire of that real fast.
Nuts, thank you. She says, "Yes, I enjoy your stuff. You're a sweetheart. You really are." There's a reason Nuts is my favorite, guys. And I'm sorry. I love you all, but she's my favorite. Joy Sparkle has quit YouTube. Did she come back again?
She came back. Remember, she was all bloaty and fat.
Yeah, but she left. She'd been gone for months now.
I don't know. I think she probably is one of those people that will leave and come back and leave and come back for. That's like her gimmick.
I think she accidentally ate her camera and had to get a new one.
It might have been absorbed into the flesh.
Pete says you just described the quartering. There's a reason he coughed Jeremy.
I did no such thing.
No, it was an actual cough, you guys. That's how he coughed. It's a weird thing. It really is.
Yeah, it's rough to see when it's somebody like, I mean, I can name other people that are off in different realms, like history stuff and different things like that I watch that are, but I mean, he's a good example that everybody knows. It's Jeremy, I like your content, edit it down, tell your editor to be more aggressive and calm the fuck down. I think you're better off to do what Jack's doing, consistent time, what Styx is doing, consistent timing. That's my biggest fucking flaw. I can't be consistent to save my life.
Merle, be nice to Nuts. Consistent time is a good thing to do. I think that would help a lot with that kind of situation. And again, I'm not one to talk because when do I stream? I have 2 streams that are on a normal schedule. But if you're going to do, say 4 times a day, okay, pick 4 times during the day. Noon, 2, 4, and 6. It's just playing the algorithm. That's what it is. And I understand it. And as an audience member, what I do is like, okay, this is overkill, but I'll only watch the ones that have any kind of interest to me. There's very few people who do that I watch them for the content creator. A lot of times, Tim Pool, I will watch your video to see what you're talking about because your title interests me. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then I'll just find the article you're talking about and read it myself. Because I don't have 20 minutes to listen to you repeat the same things all the time. And Jack, I noticed what you were talking about. And
right?
You're right.
Lip smacking.
Now I can't unhear it.
I know. It's horrible.
Anybody else remember that tattooed, smelly hippie that took a 360-degree camera to kill Ryan? I think you're talking about Jeff. And Jeff is still around. Jeff did the smart thing when everything blew up. He really did. He went back to the kind of videos he used to make before he decided to delve into all that shit. He went back to his debunking videos of crazy medical people. And it worked out pretty well for him. I mean, he ended up on Dr. Phil, for fuck's sake. and his channel's grown decently from what I've seen. The only real the sad part is Nick is the one who got burned the worst in that relationship. Nick and Jeff have been working together for a long time, and Nick is the one who pretty much lost everything YouTube wise over the whole Kraut thing out of those two. And he had nothing to do with it. He was in the background going, guys, don't do this. And
well, I don't think he can resist, honestly. Jeff, I mean,
sure.
Because, I mean, look at the swipes he's taken at Sargon. Look at the debunking video he made aimed directly at Sargon over the, oh, shit. I want to call it Quaalude medicine, but that's not it. The Quailone, the
chloroquine.
Chloroquine, thank you. I was about to call it the malaria stuff. It makes a video debunk him because he was talking about Trump didn't say take this and the whole thing around the woman and the aquarium and all of that stuff. He says, really, what's the problem? And Jeff comes at him like he was giving medical advice and did all that. I don't think he can resist fucking clout chasing in that way. And this is not the first video he's done on Sargon recently.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of his stuff probably in a year and a half. The last one I saw of Jeff that I remember, besides the chloroquine video, his short 4-minute video, because I did watch that. The last one I watched was when he was on Dr. Phil, I believe. Functional says, and Nick's a good guy. Nick is a good guy. He is a lefty. There's no question about that. Far lefty. But he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. He's like I said, he was the one in the background going, don't do this shit. And yeah, his channel just tanked. The Saints thing fell apart for them. He's running it by himself now. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Wait, are they even friends anymore?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't talk to either of them in DMs. So I don't know.
You were talking about the how the adpocalypse, all three of them, then the little ones, affected everybody.
Sure.
There's no way we can know. So I'm asking for speculation here. What are they called? Money per 1,000 views, your CPMs. Do you think the CPMs across the board went down, or they stayed up and high for the makeup channels and your one of those fucking idiots called the brothers?
The brothers? No.
The blonde idiots I can't tell apart. I don't know. One's older, one's younger. One of them did a boxing match in the UK. What the fuck is their name?
The Pauls.
Thank you. Logan and whoever the fuck.
Jake.
Jake. I mean, do you think their CPM stayed the same? I always assumed that they did.
Yes.
I think the hits only happened for people that weren't at the prized golden boy level of YouTube. That's why you don't see your Rhett and Lynx and your Logan brothers or your Paul brothers complaining about it and having to not buy a new Testarossa Ferrari or whatever.
The first month, I think it was the first month or two, it hit everybody. Everybody did.
Okay.
And then after that, that's where they developed the tiers. There's always been tiers of advertising on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You have your top tier, they get the best money, and then you get your crappy tier. That's the rest of us. Somebody like me, I might go back before Adpocalypse. That month I told you about where made $900, which, by the way, I was like stoked, man. I'm like, this is awesome. And then the next month it was like, oh man, that sucks. If you go back to that first month, there were people who were guaranteed the best of the best ads, but everybody else might get a good ad too. You know what I mean? You might get that Pepsi ad. You might get a Walmart ad, something that pays very well. After the adpocalypse, there's about that 2-month span there where they're deciding what they're going to do. And they put in there's actually, I believe, 3 or 4 tiers of us now. You have the very top one still who get the very, very best of the ads. And you have the next one down who still get really good ads all the time. And then it goes to, you might get a little bit of money. And then you go to people like me. They're like, I'm getting my local car company ad. People, they're going to pay $30 for 100 ads, that kind of thing. So
real quick. Thank you, Jaeger Pony on the Streamlabs for the generous donation. Absorbing tech and flesh. She went Joy Kira. Dear God.
If you have an engineering degree and you make YouTube videos for a living, you suck at engineering.
Yeah, I read that. They both have engineering degrees, right?
What's that?
It's okay. That's in reference to Rhett and Link. They both have engineering degrees.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Not to shit on YouTubers, but really, you're an engineer for a reason. Well, there's people who have degrees that are very, very smart and could make a lot of money doing something in their field, who make a shit ton of money on YouTube that would make you blush if you saw their checks. Just saying. I guarantee you those two are in the top tier of what YouTube pays out. Their CPM, if I got that on one of my videos, would probably make me stroke out. Be like, there's a problem here.
And Rhett is still waking up every morning to read the negative comments to, in his words, construct his self-image. Even though I agree with you. If you saw his fucking dividend checks from fucking YouTube, yeah, it'd probably make you blush or vomit, either one. Jesus Christ.
And I don't have a problem with that. I mean, television's always worked that way, right? The ones that get the most views get the best ads. That's why the Super Bowl is so expensive to put a fucking ad on, because so many people watch it. It's the old television tier thing, and radio does it as well. So, I mean, they're just following the model, but they could open the purse strings a little bit. Fucking assholes. What they used to do is spread it around a little bit better too. So, yeah, I mean, there was a small pinch there, Polly, but yeah, they recovered almost immediately.
Did you see the interview that Susan Wojcicki made, where she made the percentage breakdown?
No. Oh, is this the Stelter one?
I read it as a transcript. Like, it was an excerpt, I should say, not a transcript. It might have been. Well, you tell me. You watched the Stelter one, right? Did she say 50% of the content on YouTube is coming from users, uploaders, content creators, us, whatever. 25% is network, and the remaining 25% is music.
I don't remember that part of it, but I got to be honest with you. I was just pissed about the one part and kind of focused there.
Well, I mean, it says a lot, doesn't it? A full 25% is network shit. Mm-hmm. Those are deals that you personally made, YouTube, Google corporate, with other full-on corporate enterprises. Like the first one they funded, Vox. They still can't get over that. That blows my mind. A full quarter of the fucking content that you see on YouTube is mainstream bullshit.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
I mean,
I would actually expect it. Now, was this talking about views or uploads?
Views.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Views.
And I bet if you go back to before they started this what was it? The authoritative voices. These voices,
Google News Initiative, for Christ's sake.
These voices that know so much more than us and get the story wrong every fucking time. Once they started doing that, like, we're going to push these anytime a story comes out. I'm actually surprised it's only at 25%.
I like the idea that when people lay that criticism at YouTube, it's like, you guys are embarrassed you're fucking YouTube. You're embarrassed you're the internet. Mm-hmm. You want to be NBC, ABC, CBS. That's who you really want to be. Yeah, we're just not, because every move has them going towards the corporatization, no matter the fall that it causes in Alphabet and Google's fucking stock price to be doing the things that they're doing. And it does. It doesn't matter. It's just, we are so embarrassed to be who we are. I mean, you can't read their minds, but the fuck, you guys are acting like you're wearing your insecurity on your sleeve. We want to be as authoritative as possible, and we don't want to be associated with, people uploading content that might offend somebody. And it's like, yeah, but that's the entire basis of your business model. But if we change it, it's not. Fuck.
What they needed Donald Trump running the company. And what I mean by that is, you're right. They're embarrassed to be who they are, and they want nothing more than to be taken seriously. They really do. And what they should have been doing is have Donald Trump up there going, fuck y'all, I'm bigger than all of you. Why aren't you acting like me? Suck it. And I don't want to blame it on it being a woman in charge.
Because but you're going to anyway.
I'm going to. She one, wants to be taken seriously, and two, there's this, what we don't need hate speech. We don't need people using the wrong words. We don't need people spreading conspiracy theories. We need to be nice to people. And that is a very, very feminine thing. Yes, I'm blaming women.
And it's the inconsistency of it that kills me.
She keeps talking to Bob in the break room, and that guy's an idiot.
You get it's like, anyone who goes against the World Health Organization is somebody that we would consider a not reputable source. The World Health Organization in late July denied that human-to-human transmission of COVID was possible.
Time out. You just said late July.
Or late January, excuse me.
Real quick, Jaeger Pony, thank you. Every other bloody video I'm pushed to is Crystal and Sager. I blocked the Hill, but I still keep getting them all the goddamn time because apparently that is what I want to watch. I don't even pay attention to my recommends anymore. They're fucking retarded. It's nobody I actually watch. I end up going into my subs and trying to find people, and if I don't see something like Razor Fist, if I don't see something from him like weekly, I'll go over to his channel, and oftentimes I find out, fuck, I missed a video, even though I check my subs every day.
Yeah, what irritates me is I leave autoplay on a lot, and it never autoplays the next video as something I'm subscribed to. It's like CNN, Joe Rogan, some random bullshit I don't care about. And no matter how many times you say, I don't like this, you still get it.
Yeah, it's the way they're running it is really fucking retarded. And that's why I said, Polly, I'm surprised it's only 25%. A lot of people, I used to have my autoplay off, but I tend to watch 10, 15, maybe 20-minute videos while I'm playing video games. And sometimes getting over there to start something else is a pain in the ass, so I just turned it on. And yeah, I get all kinds of news shit that I don't want to watch this. This is nothing. I'm not even subscribed to this shit. What the fuck?
You're still running Chrome, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to install the mainstream blocker?
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead, read the super chat.
Cult of Krill, thank you so much. Susan is Googs. Gorbles for Goebbels for who? Probably, yeah, that's not inaccurate. But anyway, you were saying blocker.
Yeah, Steve here mentioned install the dmainstream. Yeah, that's what's called dmainstream. It's a extension for Chrome. And I think all Chromium browsers, it might work on Brave, who knows, but it will automatically remove mainstream sources from your search lists and from your recommends.
That's interesting. How the fuck does it do that?
And it can, I think it's doing it through whitelisting.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Well, blacklisting, whitelisting, that kind of thing. So Fox, MSNBC, et cetera, all blocked. And you can whitelist stuff. Like if you want whatever coming through, you can still get it coming through.
Like I say, it's just easier for me to just go find something because YouTube, I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. I do know what you're doing. It's what you just talked about. They want to suck up to the mainstream media. They get a lot of money from that deal that they've made with the networks, which they still won't fucking admit.
It will, but when you take a look at I hear you, but when you look at the bottom line, they are mass losing money through devaluation of their stock price. So clearly it's got to be about other things. And you can't know, you'd have to be in the corporate boardroom, but I think they're thinking a long game.
I think they're thinking the wrong game.
Well, I agree. It's like be happy in who you are and get the networks chasing after you instead of you chasing after dusty old networks.
Yep. You're trying to play their game instead of they're coming into your field. Literally, even by trying, they're coming onto your platform.
But if I were to guess, it's the thing, okay, we're going to lose money in the short term, but the long-term game is insanely brilliant because we're in Tech Valley and we know the way that things are going. We have the largest platform. We are going to platform the networks, your Foxes, your MSNBCs, your ABCs, and we will be the hub through which everybody accesses them. So we get our credibility that way with traditional media, and we also get to bring traditional media over to us where we become the relay station for all of them. That's the only way I can make sense of their moves.
There's a really weird thing going on here because there's this weird relationship with them where there was a deal with the networks, guys. There was. And those networks are now getting the YouTube money. YouTube is paying them to be here by forcing them on you guys. Like, what in the fuck are you guys actually doing here? They be proud of who you are, for fuck's sake.
Have you ever seen somebody playing poker that when they start losing, they continue to make really bad decisions, each one worse than the next?
Yeah. I'll get the money back. I swear I will.
That's what it looks like. They're getting more and more desperate because the last idea didn't work, so they're going to try some new Hail Mary.
Cult of Krill says, I wish my sister fucked the guy I rented my garage to so I can fuck up a mega corporation. Indeed. For those of you who don't know the story, yeah, that's how Susan started working for Google. She rented a room to the two guys who invented it and went to work for them as employee number 16. She's very proud of that. And then she talked them into buying YouTube, worked for YouTube for a little while, and they put her in charge of it. Yeah, that's how it all happened. She has no experience doing this shit, and it shows.
Hey, Monkey.
Yeah, what's up?
Random trivia for you.
Sure.
How much did Jeff Bezos buy the Washington Post for?
Oh, damn. I don't know. I'm sure I've heard it before, but no idea.
But I mean, what do you think it's worth? That's the idea. There's no gotcha here. It's just, it was a hell of a lot less than I would thought it was going to be, but
$20.
$20. No, it's a little more than that.
No, the only thing that keeps coming in my mind was when Newsweek was bought for $1.
Right? Right.
True story. 25 mil?
250 million.
250. Yeah.
National newspaper, unrivaled credibility, except for the New York Times. But I mean, there's only two national newspapers that are seen like you can't buy that kind of credibility. Oh, right. You can, and then destroy it. I mean, that blows my mind. $250 million. Are you trying to tell me that there weren't some tech people and a few Texas oil men that weren't interested in putting together a consortium and stop it from becoming Bezos's soapbox?
Well, I don't know how much it's going to be worth. I mean, we're talking newspapers everywhere just dying. I don't know how their online stuff is going right now, but I can see people being weary of buying a newspaper.
Well, that's just it. You can own certain companies at a loss on purpose to control other things. For example, News Corp in Britain owned how many of the fucking tabloids? Like News Corp as in Fox News Corp.
Right.
They ran all of them at a loss for the sake of promoting the given things that they wanted to be able to effectuate change in associated businesses and profit their friends' associated businesses. It was a very long game they were playing.
Plus it's a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it's a press and so forth. You're absolutely right. So is the Washington Post even running at a profit? I'm a bet man and I would bet not. I'd give 70-30 odds it's not running at a profit.
But see, with newspapers specifically, I think we're at a point where they're a very dangerous investment, even for that reason. YouTube did this, or Google did this with YouTube forever until 2019. Or maybe it was 2018. They ran at a huge loss. You can do that, but it can't be. It's got to be somebody with deep pockets doing that. It's some guy in Silicon Valley worth $1 billion, giving a quarter of his wealth up for a dying business. Jeff doing it? Fuck, that's a drop in the bucket, man.
It absolutely is. And that's why I was thinking he got into it for the reasons that News Corp got into it. It's, the various tax write-offs to get a foothold, to be able to, is the Washington Post really going to write a whole series of stories about how Amazon's fucking something up? No, of course they're not. It's a big play that he made by one of the two national newspapers. I know the LA Times keeps trying, but they're really not a national newspaper.
They're not. They're a joke.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget, we're brought to you by you. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and for God's sake, say something in chat. Chat is like, stopped. What are you guys doing? Y'all over there touching yourselves.
Still going.
But slowly.
Like a potato and Shrouded Angel or a nickel, $1. Yeah,
I like somebody said tree fitty.
Fitty.
If you were to go buy it from, let's say you were to make a consortium's offer to Bezos for it, he wouldn't take any money for it because what he wanted it for is what he's using it for.
Gamer Vleen, thank you for dropping our Streamlabs into chat there. Did Nuts go to sleep and I missed it? I'll feel bad. No, she's right there too. Okay, thank you both ladies for doing it. You guys are awesome. Best audience on the planet, I'm telling you. And YouTube, you know what? You should value this audience instead of trying to take advantage of them to push your fucking competitors. That blows my fucking mind. It really does. It'd be like McDonald's sucking up to Burger King.
Or even better, McDonald's selling Burger King's like chicken nuggets or something.
Yeah. Putting out an ad. Our chicken nuggets are okay, but go try Burger King's. You fucking morons. Leave me alone. I'm killing my neighbor. Oh, you do you. And don't tell us any more about it.
With all of the things that YouTube does in terms of strange terms of service, I'm surprised that promoting direct competitors to us is prohibited. Isn't in their terms of service. You have people all day long, go to BitChute, go to BitChute, go to BitChute. I realize they don't care.
Actually,
you think they would just include it considering some of the things that they have.
It's in there. There's certain Weasley ways to get out of it, though. They actually enforced it for a little while. Maybe 6-8 months ago, somewhere around there. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You can do it as long as you're not promoting only them, I believe is what it is. If you came on and you made a video like, look, don't watch my stuff here, go watch it on BitChute. That's where you get in trouble. We lost Jack.
God damn it. When the streaming service launches over on BitChute, fingers extremely crossed that it works and it doesn't crash. You know what I mean? Like fledgling system, independent company, etc. But man, if it works and works reasonably well, oh baby.
Cult of Krill says, when Susie talked to Stelter, she should have threatened to cross-face CNN and bitch slap them like the bitches they are. Instead, she bowed to them. She should have been doing this all along with the other press, other media. They're coming in like, look, we're cleaning it up as best we can. Go fuck yourselves. You're chasing us, not the other way around, dickhead.
Yeah.
But I mean, instead, she came off apologetic and stupid.
We talked about that circle of stupidity that they got into with Vox, right? Fun Vox is an authoritative source, and then Carlos Maza does what he does, and then she goes on a subsidiary of Code Red or The Code or whatever the fuck it was called, a Vox production, to apologize because it's a safe room to make excuses for why it's god damn, it was just such a giant circle of fuckery that they were involved in. She didn't even really need to leave her office. They were so associated.
Welcome back, Jack.
Hello.
Yeah, that's why this article with Neal Mohan, man, that fucking pissed me off so bad. You have people out here, and I don't mean me. I know I talked about how much we get right and what we were calling. And look, we knew that chloroquine bitch killed that man. You saw that. How could you not? But there are other sources out there, big sources, who you should be pointing to and pushing and trying to get even bigger. And instead, you're sucking up to the competition. And insulting us in the process.
China?
Huh?
You're talking about corporate media sucking up to the competition and insulting us in the process.
Oh,
like,
no,
China?
I meant, no. Neal, did you catch the first part, Polly?
No, I didn't.
Neal Mohan, he's the chief of product something at YouTube.
Okay.
He went on to a Zoom interview thing and said that they're pushing the authoritative sources because they can provide context. And the people sitting in their basement, they just can't provide context. And the example he was using at the time, Polly, was about wearing masks. When you're supposed to wear what kind, why the city governments would tell you which one you're supposed to wear. There's just no way for somebody like us to sit around and talk about that with any kind of real context. You have to have Wolf Blitzer talk about it.
You know what's funny about that? Is that they can't provide the context and the expertise and et cetera. I mean, obviously that's bullshit for the reasons you just named. What somebody like, whether it be Sticks, Hex, and Hammer, you, me, whoever the fuck can't provide is the investigative reporting. And that's the thing that you would have thought would have been named as the value that authoritative sources have. But they do so little of that now that I think that would have come up when he said it. It's like, what do you mean CNN doesn't even have a national investigative news service? They canned it in like 2008.
The what came to mind for me, what's that chick on Misha, what the
Mika
bitch on
Brzezinski.
her saying, we're the ones who are supposed to tell you what to think. That's what it came off as to me, because he's not talking about the actual news. He's talking about evaluating the news, which is exactly what we do here every fucking day. But anybody on YouTube doing it, you can't do that. Only somebody like Don Lemon can really tell you what to think about the news.
I'm throwing the link to that article in the chat in case people missed it.
I remember that, and I'm not willing to. I mean, a lot of people said it was a gaffe, and I think it's a gaffe, but it's not too far off from what she actually thinks.
I don't think it was a gaffe. I mean, I don't think she meant to say it.
Not in the way that she said it. That's as much
it.
as I'm willing to extend it to her. I remember it was in response to something, and they're trying to tell people what to think when that's
Donald Trump.
Our job.
What's her name? What's her name?
Misha.
What is it? Mika? Oh, here it is. I got it. Watch that video again. Oh my God, Jaeger Pony, thank you. Go buy Desperado 3 or something. Seems to be getting reasonable reviews, or ramen. I appreciate that. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you, sir.
And are you going to call it authoritative? Yeah, Andrew Joyner says it's Freudian slip. Exactly.
Hang on, let me get through the ad here, because I'm not giving fucking CNN nothing. Fuck them. Nope, this is the wrong one. Where's the video? The one we watched just the other day.
Then maybe they took it down.
Nope, here it is. I got it. All right. We're going to watch this clip again, because the first time I saw it, I was like, you've got to be shitting me. And it's never gotten any better. I've never not thought, are you fucking kidding me, when I've watched this? So here we go.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I hear. What Yamiche just said is what I hear from all the Trump supporters that I talk to who were Trump voters and are still Trump supporters. They go, yeah, you guys are going crazy. He's doing, what are you so surprised about? He's doing exactly what he said he's going to do.
Well, and I think that
Wait for it.
The dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job.
Yeah, if you look at the
Control what people think. That's our job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think she meant to say that out loud, but I do believe she thinks that. I think that's exactly what she thinks.
She thinks that they're the opinion shapers. And if you are a news entertainer, there's really more about being an opinion-based talk show host than being a journalist. And that's them, Joe in the Morning and so forth. You're Don Lemon, you're whatever. But when it sounds bad, it's a bad look, but you can understand how they begin to think that, because they run an opinion-based talk show and we shape opinions. When it gets crazy, I think is worse, is Chris Cuomo with it's different for us in the media. Because that's an expression of, you legitimately do believe you are part of an elite. You're not a citizen. You're better than us. You're above us. You exist in a different class where you have rights, privileges, and access that none of us do. And of course, it's not true, but it tells you a lot about what he thinks. And he said it, and it wasn't a gaffe or anything like that. He meant to say exactly what he said.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that, and all I can find is the good stuff of Chris.
I went looking for it a few months ago. I had to scroll, and then somebody eventually just said, here, and sent me a link of it. They found it faster than I did, but you're not going to find it quickly.
No, if anybody knows the quote and has the link for it, oh God, that was so fucking, we can see things that you guys can't. Like, no, you can't.
These documents, it's illegal for you to read them. It's different for us in the media. So everything you're learning is coming from us. And it's, Chris Cuomo, fuck you.
You may have to search under his real name of Fredo.
It's amazing how this shit gets buried. Yeah.
I mean, you'll be able to find it, but it's definitely not going to be a first or second page kind of thing. You know what I mean? Goddamn
Well, I just changed my search because it's Chris. I know you said it, you dirty motherfucker. Anyway, yeah, it's just part of them thinking they're better. But to what Mika, fuck all, whatever her name is, my set. Can you please link that in chat? That's a first class share. Oh, the one of dumb bitch there. Yeah, give me a second. But going to what the guy from YouTube said, notice he was talking. The only thing that we can't provide context. Not that we can't provide the news. The same as CNN does, because you only break news once. News is only broken once, and then everybody just repeats the news. So the rest of it is just people talking about the news and what it means and how it's relevant. She thinks that's her job. And apparently the guy at YouTube thinks the same thing. They're the ones that are smart enough to do it. And the rest of us are stupid. And Neal Mohan, from the bottom of my heart, suck my dick. And yes, I really am going to tag him for this stream. And I hope you watch it all, you fucking asshole. Because what you said is insulting to everybody who uses your platform, you asshole. The people who built it for you. I'm not one of those. I came on later. There's a whole bunch of them out there, whether you like them or not, whether you agree with them or not, who have built this shit. And you just insulted all of them because you're sucking up to your fucking competitors, you stupid shit. I'm going to get it for hate speech, aren't
I? Probably.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong, though. There's some context for you, Neil. Fucking asshole. I feel like that's a good place to stop on. Neil's an asshole and he can suck my dick. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. 180 people watching at 6 o'clock in the morning. What is wrong with you people?
They're awesome.
Other than the fact that you're awesome, indeed. Thanks for coming out. I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate the donations. You guys are so very generous. And I hope you're getting your money's worth. I really do. If not, man, you overpaid. But keep doing so because you have $10. I heard it. Jack, anything you want to shill today?
I'll throw a link to my latest video out there. And thank you so much for the donations. You guys are awesome.
Polly, anything you want to shill?
Here is the link to my channel where all sorts of fun stuff goes on, including comic book curation later on today, where Jack, Inquisitor, and myself will talk about everything in and around comic books, including some of the fun stuff that we had today. And tune in because Inquisitor is going to lose his mind over the Warhammer children's books.
True.
Yeah. We're going to strap in, Jack. It's going to be a long ride, man.
It's going to be awesome. What are you talking about?
There's Warhammer kids books.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And then over on my channel, of course, is the occasional shitpost video and Noir Bar late night fun streams where I just hang out and chill and do barroom conversation. Come by, check it out. It's awesome.
Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time, right on this very channel, Lords of the Night. After that, I don't know if there's a game stream. I will do my best to actually get a game stream today on my channel because I don't think we're going to be over on Satsu's channel. So Ranting Monkey Games, please come check that out. Dragon Mage, thank you. I hate when I put in the exact title of video and it's buried 5 pages in. Yeah, YouTube is getting quite famous for doing that.
Oh, real quick, Okie Native, thank you for the donation for the Asian Hooker Fund. Thank you, Okie.
We support the Asian hookers, just in our thoughts, not with our money.
Only where it's legal.
I support them. I hope they're safe and that everything is wonderful for them. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming by. Jack, Polly, a pleasure as always, gentlemen. Everyone, have a wonderful hump day. Get out there and hump. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone.
Just go hump.